Hi everyone and welcome to a new episode of Days Podcast along with a new video. It's been a while. I know. I wanted to make sure I came back with a sense of giving you guys more on different topics along with what I've already been doing. So don't think for 1 second there isn't anything coming your way. I will be back like I never left, as I always am. So today we are going to do a free episode, new video, where we are going to talk about Megan again, but this time we're talking about Megan Act Two. So be sure to like, subscribe, and to also be able to check out Spotify and Patreon, where there are episodes that are exclusive, along with the episodes and videos that we're doing just as we please. So let's get into this new episode and video where we talk about Megan Act 2. So Megan Act 2 is the deluxe reissue of American rapper Megan Thee Stallion's third studio album, Megan. So this is her third album. And the thing is, I remember when Good News came out. And it was, gotta say, the 4-year anniversary is gonna be soon. But I remember when that came out. And at that time, and I believe I said it in the previous Megan video that I made before, there was just heavy promotion and her really just gearing into more visuals, more bars, and the eras, her looks were definitely evolving, and yeah, she's come a long way in such a short amount of time, and honestly, she has been out since possibly 2018 or even sooner than that. So she's been out for a while. It was released through Hot Girl Productions on October 25th, 2024. So just the other day, it just came out. This is dated October 28th, 2024. So, oh yes, so it's been 5 months since I've been 30. Okay. I'm only saying this because, considering that she was born in 95, she will be 30, by February. So it's just, I'm happy to see those around my age, whether it's Megan, Doja, Cardi, 90s babies, just going off, just doing their thing. It's not so much heavily influenced on the 80s babies anymore. It's really the 90s babies now. There's some 70s and 80s babies still going off and charting. But, nowadays it's really, late 80s and 90s now. And some 2000s, okay? But, yeah, the album features guest appearances from Flo Milli, Twice, Spirit Box, and RM of BTS, who appears on the bonus track Never Play. So in October 2023, Megan Thee Stallion officially left her label 1501 Certified Entertainment, 3 years after prosecuting the label for allegedly failing to uphold the integrity and renegotiate her record contract. So yeah, at that time it was difficult for her because she was making music, enjoying the music that she was making, but it wasn't getting credited the way that she would have wanted it to be. And I've told y'all about this being independent and doing things your own way. And she said it in this album, get a job. It don't have to be, the best job, but just get a job. And you know what? Make your own. So, the thing is with this, now releasing music under her self-funded Hot Girl Productions, she teased her first post-departure project via 3 Instagram posts on October 12th, which were collectively captioned, "Let's Begin." Each post featured one image that, when combined, read Act 1. The project was revealed to be her third studio album, Megan, released on June 28th, 2024. It debuted at number 3 on the US Billboard 200 and featured the US #1 song, Hissed, the album's second single. Following the album's release, Megan Thee Stallion promoted Mamushi 2024, featuring Japanese musician Yuki Chiba as the final single from Megan. Later that year, she began teasing a collaboration with a member from the South Korean boy group BTS. Having worked with them on a remix of the group's 2021 single Butter, the collaboration never played featured rapper RM and was released on September 6th. The same month, she posted a short video on Instagram that showed her transform into a beautiful, yes, into a beautiful butterfly, and several photos that read Act Two were arranged as a grid. Megan Thee Stallion captioned the video by saying, "Stay tuned." Megan Thee Stallion teased the then unnamed project as a mixtape on October 3rd via her X account, claiming it would be the hardest mixtape of 2024. She later officially announced the Megan Act 2 Deluxe Edition on October 18th via Instagram account, later revealing the track list on October 23rd. The only single for this Act 2 was Never Play. I think to be, and I'm going to get into the track list too, because there's 13 new songs, as opposed to, I think there was more than 18, or at least 18 on the original album. So, well, it's all part of the same project. It's actually a trilogy. But just from kind of seeing the sequence of what she was doing here, and I just want to make sure people understand with her documentary coming, she wants people to know who she is. She doesn't want other people telling people who she is, or she doesn't want people to let other people know, oh no, that's who she is. I have to say this, and I think it will make sense. We didn't always do that back in the day when it came, well, let me rephrase that. When it only came to those that were popular. So clearly she's doing something right. If people are just saying, no, she's like this, no, she's like this, she must be doing something right to keep y'all talking. But I do remember a time where propaganda and people doing, weirdness when it came to artists and stuff, that's never not been a thing. Though when it came to women and music, it wasn't as targeted as it is now. When it came to a genre, when it came to a specific artist. Because back in the day, you had multiple rappers and singers, and they, all had different themes and different eras and different personalities, and they were all different. And we were able to dissect and observe them as we should, in a way where it's like, okay, well, that's who that is. In recent times, with this girl going through a lot that she had been through, she'll explain it herself soon. In all honesty, I just think that Megan has just come a long way, and I think that we should just be able to really take in her story, really take in who she is as an artist, and she's a Grammy Award-winning artist. She went #1 a few times now, especially on her own. So it's okay. But let's get into the track list. So track 1 is Bigger in Texas, which I love that song. I think that she did really well with that song, especially for that being like the song that starts Act 2. It gives like a similar vibe with Hiss, where it's like, we didn't get this song as a single or anything. It's the first thing you hear, and we already have a video for it. And I think that was great to kind of push the sense of, people just being able to, do the art that they want to do. So track 2, Bourbon, I think that's a great one. Track 3, Number One Rule, that's great. That's a great one. Rock Steady featuring Flo Milli. Now, as I'm reading these track names, I'm noticing writers. Sierra was in a writer for track 4, okay? So don't think for one second that other artists don't be out here, helping out, doing things, because why not? We got to get this money. And Sierra's independent too, okay? So track 5 is Best Friend. Track 6 is Right Now. Track 7 is Mamushi remix featuring Twice. Track 8 is TYG featuring Spirit Box. Now, before I even continue, Yes Right Now goes off. Mamushi the remix featuring Twice goes off. TYG goes off, especially just with all the aggression, the alternative, straight metal rock, just in your face. It goes off. 9 Motion, track 10 is Fell in Love. Track 11 is He Think I Love Him. And track 12 is Like a Freak. And then track 13, Never Play, featuring RM of BTS. And I like the fact that she had the single right at the end. Whereas in the first act, the single is in the beginning. As opposed to Cobra, which is at the end as well. But even so, I think that this was a solid reissue, deluxe, act 2, if you will. I think that she did really well. We will see how well she does as far as charting, which I feel she will chart well. I feel like sales will be good too. I think that she'll do just fine. And especially with it being a part of something that is out, people are familiar with the songs. They'll have more songs to kind of go back and forth with. It's a great thing to do. And quite honestly, she also said from Act 2, there will be an Act 3, like I said. And I think from Act 3, that will really shift the sense of people really having music with her. Because I gotta say, just in the midst of having her label issues, she couldn't put out the music the way that she wanted it to be out. And I think that's a real struggle in any industry, whether it's music and acting. Like, there'll be times that people want to do things and, maybe someone else maybe already booked that. Okay, and that's where I say this is where you become independent, where you have your own time. You do it yourself, you make it work, and you go for it. But I thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I will be back with more, and I truly appreciate you guys.